बिस्मिल्लाहिर्रहमानिर्रहीम। सादकान एजुकेशन सर्विसेज। अस्सलामुअलैकुम। क्लास 9 मैट्रिक, सब्जेक्ट फिजिक्स, चैप्टर नंबर 5 वेक्टर्स, सेशन नंबर 4, बुक पेज नंबर 84। Now here is book exercise 5.1. Draw the representative lines of the following vectors. Number 1. Force of 15 Newton making an angle of 60 degree with x-axis. Now look at the question. Here you are given a force and that is 15 Newton. What is the angle? It is making with x-axis 60 degree from x-axis. Now to solve this problem, first of all, draw the direction on your paper. North is always on the top, south is on the bottom, east on your right hand and west is on your left hand. After drawing this direction, choose a suitable scale. In this case, I have chosen 3 Newton force is equals to 1 centimeter. So our 15 Newton force will become a length of 5 centimeter on our paper. Now wait here. If you will choose 1 Newton force is equals to 1 centimeter, then our 15 Newton force will be how much in length? It will be 15 centimeter in length. It will be impossible to draw such a big drawing on our paper. So choose such a suitable scale which is quite easy to understand. Now if I will choose, here is another option. If I will choose 5 Newton force is equals to 1 centimeter, then it will be our 15 Newton force will be equals to 3 centimeter in length. Then it will be a quite short diagram on our paper. So I have chosen 3 Newton force is equals to 1 centimeter. Then our 15 Newton force will be 5 centimeter and and you can draw it easily and it will be understandable. So secondly, for drawing this, draw x-axis and y-axis using protractor. Mark 60 degree on these x-axis and y-axis plane. After taking 60 degrees from your protractor, draw a line of length 5 centimeter of 60 degree on your paper so that you can draw 15 Newton force with angle of 60 degree with x-axis. Now 5.2. A body moves 5 km towards east from a fixed point A and reaches a point B. From B, it covers 3 km towards north and arrives at point C. Find the distance and direction of a displacement. Now in this case, you are given two displacement vectors. Number 1, 5 km towards east. Second, 3 km towards north. Now first of all, to solve this problem, you can find answer of this problem by two methods. First method is head to tail rule, head to tail method, and the second method is the formulae of our finding magnitude and direction of a given vector f, and that is f is equals to root of fx square plus fy square and direction is equals to tan inverse fy upon fx. So in this case, we are given displacement vectors. So here we will mark S1 and S2 for these two vectors. Now S1 is equals to 5 km towards east and S2 second displacement vector is 3 km towards north. In this case we have to find how distance and direction of the displacement. S is equals to question mark and theta is also you have to find, it is also put a question mark in front of it. Now first of all draw the direction on the page: north, south, east and west. Secondly, choose a suitable scale. We can take 1 kilometer is equals to 1 centimeter. So we can draw 3 centimeter and 5 centimeter easily. 3 kilometer will become 3 centimeter and 5 kilometer is equals to 5 centimeter. Now on your right hand with blue marker, I have drawn vector 1 towards east. As you can see, from point A to point B, S1 is equals to 5 centimeter and it is vector 1. Now vector 2 is 3 centimeter towards north. Now join these two vectors by head to tail method. First vector is towards east, second vector towards north. Join the tail of the second vector with the head of the first vector. Now you have completed S1 and S2, vector 1 and vector 2 on your direction chart. Now how you will get the resultant of these two vectors? Draw a vector whose tail will join the tail of the first vector and the head of the second vector. Now this S is your resultant vector. Final displacement of this body. Here using a scale measure the length of this vector and it is equals to 5.8 centimeter. Using protractor measure the angle between x-axis and this resultant vector S. It is 31 degrees. Now our answer is resultant because we have taken 1 kilometer is equals to 1 centimeter. Now convert back this our centimeter into kilometers. 5.8 centimeter will become 5.8 kilometer. So our answer is S is equals to 5 kilometer and angle is 31 degree. As in the beginning I have told you that you can easily find the answer by our formula of finding magnitude and direction, and that are F is equals to fx square root of fx square plus fy square. In this case, because we are dealing with displacement vectors, so our formula will become S is equals to root of S1 square plus root of S2 square. Now 5.6. Determine completely the resultant displacement vector in each of the following cases. Now here you are given three questions. Part number 1 is x component is 5 kilometer and y component is 3 kilometer. Now our formula is F is equals to root of fx square plus fy square to find the magnitude of our resultant vector F. Now here is resultant displacement, so you will use S is equals to root of sx square plus sy square. Now filling up the values of all these, sx is equals to 5 kilometer, sy is equals to 3 kilometer, S net displacement you have to find, and theta you have to also find. By using our formula, you will get S is equals to 5 square plus 3 square, and that is equals to S is equals to 5.38 kilometers. So it is our resultant displacement. Now for finding theta, the angle, it is tan inverse Sy upon Sx. So fill up the values of all these. Tan inverse 0.6 and tan inverse 0.6 is 31 degrees. You can find the values of the sine, cos or tan theta by using a scientific calculator or a logarithm table. Now class, here is your homework. Do the remaining parts of problem 5.1, that is 2 and 3. Do 5.4, do 5.5, part 2 and 3, 5.6, part 2 and 3. Solve these problems in your copy neatly. I hope that you will solve all these problems by yourself. Thank you. Allah Hafiz.